They say sleep is where the mind goes to heal. But what happens when you take that away? When the nights never end, and the silence gets louder than your thoughts. Welcome to Picture Mavericks, where we don't just review movies. We crawl inside them. This is The Machinist, a film that doesn't ask to be enjoyed. It dares you to endure it. Trevor Resnick is barely human. His spine is sharper than his shadow. His body is a whisper. You can hear the bones scream with every step. He's a machinist by day, a ghost by night, surviving on cigarettes, black coffee, and a conscience that never shuts up. Christian Bale doesn't act here. He vanishes. What's left on screen is something hollow, something half-dead. Resnick hasn't slept in a year. Not because he can't. But because he doesn't deserve to. He sees a man. Bald. Smiling. Hands like a butcher. Eyes like a dare. His name is Ivan. But here's the thing. No one else sees him. No one at the factory remembers hiring him. No records. No ID. Nothing. Is he real? Is he imagined? Or worse? Is he a memory? Trevor starts to crack, not with a bang, but a slow, suffocating crawl. Reality doesn't break, it shifts. Slightly. Uncomfortably. Until nothing sits right. The clock in his kitchen keeps stopping at 1:30. Sticky notes appear on his fridge with hangman games, clues or threats. His fridge stinks like a crime scene, filled with rotting blood and spoiled milk. But when he calls someone to see, it's clean. The world gaslights him. Or maybe, he's doing it to himself. Marie, the waitress at the airport cafe. Soft eyes. A smile that feels earned in a world so bitter. And Stevie, the sex worker who offers him more than just physical comfort. She listens. She touches his cheek like she actually means it. But here's the question Trevor never asks. Are these women even real? Or are they safety nets his psyche has thrown into the abyss to stop him from falling? If you've ever been truly alone, like, can't trust your own eyes alone, you'll understand why even the illusion of kindness can keep you breathing. Trevor becomes obsessed with Ivan. Follows him through alleyways. Chalks license plates. Draws maps. Crosses out names. Tries to make sense of a puzzle that he built and then forgot about. He's not solving anything. He's remembering. The factory turns on him. Co-workers treat him like a threat. Even Stevie, the one person who gave him warmth, accuses him of stalking her. And in the mirror, he's no longer there. Just a thin husk. Staring. Shaking. Losing grip. This is where the mask slips. One moment. A child. A red dress. A pair of eyes that will never blink again. Trevor didn't just see an accident. He caused one. He hit a boy with his car. And he drove off. Ivan. He's the guilt. The missing part of him. The ghost Trevor invented to carry the burden. Because facing the truth would have killed him faster than any insomnia ever could. In the end, Trevor walks into a police station. No one forces him. No one finds him. He just gives up. He confesses. He lies on the cell bed. And finally, he closes his eyes. No alarms. No guilt. Just silence. After 365 days of torment. He earns one night of sleep. And that's the most heartbreaking part of this entire film. And now let's talk facts. Brad Anderson didn't make a movie. He built a nightmare. The color palette is bleach and rust. Everything looks sick, from the factory floor to the cafe counter. It feels like we're watching a dream someone regrets having. And Christian Bale, this man didn't act. He disappeared. He lost over 60 pounds, not for shock value, but because Trevor Resnick is a man literally consumed by guilt. You can see it in his posture. Hear it in the silence between his words. It's one of the most disturbing, dedicated performances ever put on screen, and it hurts to watch. As it should. Guilt isn't always loud. Sometimes it's silent and sleepless. Insomnia isn't the sickness, it's the punishment. Memory lies. But your conscience doesn't. Every hallucination in this film is a breadcrumb. Every cracked mirror, a window back to the moment Trevor became someone else. This film hit me differently. It's not a popcorn thriller. It doesn't entertain you. It drains you. And that's the point. For me, watching The Machinist felt like sitting in the dark with my own regrets. Not everything in life explodes. Some things just rot inside you. I respect the hell out of that. The pacing? Slow, yes. But deliberately so. The ambiguity? Frustrating, but necessary. This isn't a story about answers. It's about confession. And the unbearable weight of carrying a sin too heavy to name. I give a rating of 8.5 out of 10. Why not a 10? Because I felt every moment, but not everyone will. It demands your patience. It punishes your comfort. But if you give yourself over to it, it rewards you with silence. And sometimes, that's louder than any climax. You know so little about yourself, until you're forced to look. That's what Trevor learned. That's what this film teaches. At Picture Mavericks, I chase stories like this, the ones that don't just entertain, but haunt. This was The Machinist. And now. You know why he couldn't sleep.